Good day, everyone, and welcome to our class in mathematics. I am Sir Joseph B. Pesavilla, and I will be your mathematics teacher. And also, I will be your guide to sharpen your skills and enhancing your mind to face the challenges here in grade 7 mathematics. Ready your self-learning modules, and of course, your paper and pen. And let's have a wonderful learning with you. The lesson that we tackled for this day is all about the law of exponent. So, here are our objectives. At the end of the lesson, students should be able to identify different law of exponent, simplify carefully the law of exponent, and lastly, solve problem using the law of exponent. And now, let's proceed to the law of exponents. But before that, when we say law of exponent, that is the rules for simplifying exponent when multiplying or dividing expression with a common base and different exponents. We have a given here, a raised to n. In a mathematical speaking, a raised to n, where a is the base. That is a factor to multiply by itself n times to obtain the product. While n is called exponent, power, and indices. That it tells how many times the base is multiplied by itself. For example, in letter A, that is 2 raised to 5. That means you have to multiply 2 by itself 5 times. That is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is equals to 32. For the second example, in a letter B, that is 7 raised to 3. That means you have to multiply 7 by itself 3 times. That is 7 times 7 times 7 is equals to 343. For the continuation of our lesson, here the law of exponents that we need to discuss it. The first one, that is the product of a law of exponents.
Law number 1. A raised to the power of m times a raised to the power of n is just equal to a raised to the power of m plus n, where a is a real number and m and n are positive integers. So based on the definition, if you have number with the same base but different exponents, you can just copy the base and then add the exponents. So for example, the equation 3 raised to the power of 2 times 3 raised to the power of 3 is equal to 3 raised to the power of 2 plus 3. Then the equation will become 3 raised to the power of 5. So it means that 3 will be multiplied 5 times, and it will give us a result of 243. Another example, find the area of the rectangular playground with a length of 4 raised to the power of 3 meters and width of 4 raised to the power of 2 meters. To find the area of a rectangle, we need to multiply the length times the width. As we can see, the length and the width of the rectangle playground are in exponent form. Now, have you noticed something common here? Yes, you got it right. The base is common, and that is 4. So by using the law number 1, we just need to copy the common base and then add the exponents. Therefore, the equation will become 4 raised to the power of 5, which means the 4 will be multiplied 5 times. So the area of the rectangle is 1024 square meter.
And the second one, that is the quotient law of exponent.
A raised to the power of m raised to the power of n is just equal to a raised to the power of m times n, where a is a real number and m and n are positive integers. Now let's have an example to further understand this law. So if you have 4 raised to the power of 2 raised to the power of 3, it will become 4 raised to the power of 2 times 3. Therefore, the equation will become 4 raised to the power of 6, which is equal to 4096. Now, for another example, Mike bought 2 raised to the power of 2 raised to the power of 3 apples in the market. How many apples did Mike bought? So the equation 2 raised to the power of 2 raised to the power of 3 is equal to 2 raised to the power of 2 times 3. Then the equation will become 2 raised to the power of 6, which is equal to 64. Therefore, Mike bought 64 apples.
For the third law of exponent, that is the power of a power rule.
Law number 3 is A raised to the power of n times b raised to the power of n is just equal to A times b raised to the power of n, where A and b are real numbers and n is a positive integer. This law means that if you have different base but the exponents are identical, then you can just multiply the base and then copy the exponent. We'll look at this example to further understand this law. 2 raised to the power of 2 multiplied by 3 raised to the power of 2 is just equal to 2 times 3 raised to the power of 2. Therefore, the equation will become 6 raised to the power of 2, which means that 6 will be multiplied 2 times. So the answer is 36. Now let's take this another example. Ayla went to the bakery to buy some cupcakes. Ayla bought 4 raised to the power of 2 times 3 raised to the power of 2 cupcakes. Now how many cupcakes did Ayla bought? The problem is quite complicated, right? But if you know the laws of exponents, you can easily answer this problem. So now let's apply the law number 3 to this problem. The equation has different base but the same exponent. Therefore, using law number 3, we can just multiply the base and then copy the exponent. So the equation will become 12 raised to the power of 2, which is equal to 144. Therefore, Ayla bought 144 cupcakes.
For the fourth law of exponent, that is a power of a product.
Law number 4, the fraction a over b raised to the power of n is just equal to a raised to the power of n divided by b raised to the power of n, where a and b are real numbers and n is a positive integer. This law means that the exponent can be distributed to the numerator and denominator. So for this example, 2/3 raised to the power of 2 will become 2 raised to the power of 2 divided by 3 raised to the power of 2. Therefore, the answer is 4/9. Another example. Ayuni bought a pizza. She only eats 1/2 raised to the power of 3 slice of pizza. How many slices of pizza did Ayuni eat? Now let's apply the law number 4 here in the problem. So basically 1/2 raised to the power of 3 will become 1 raised to the power of 3 divided by 2 raised to the power of 3. Therefore, the equation will become 1/8. So Ayuni only ate 1/8 of the pizza. So that's the law number 4.
And the last one, for the law of exponent, that is the power of a quotient.
A raised to the power of n divided by a raised to the power of m is just equal to a raised to the power of n minus m, where a is a real number and not equal to 0, and n and m are positive integers. This law means that if the numerator and denominator is the same, but they have different exponents, then you can just copy the base and then subtract the exponent of the numerator to the exponent of the denominator. Let's have an example. 2 raised to the power of 3 divided by 2 raised to the power of 2 is just equal to 2 raised to the power of 3 minus 2. So the answer is 2. Now for another example, K is playing Amazing Race, and one of the mission there is to go to the 3 raised to the power of 5 over 3 raised to the power of 3 floor on a building. Now which floor does K needs to go? Let's apply the law number 5 in this problem. Since the numerator and the denominator have the same base, we just need to copy the base and then subtract the exponent of the numerator to the exponent of the denominator. So the equation will become 3 raised to the power of 5 minus 3, which is equal to 3 raised to the power of 2. So it means that 3 should be multiplied 2 times. Therefore, the answer is 9. So K should go to the 9th floor of the building. So that's the 5 laws of exponents.
Do you have any questions? If there's no any questions, be ready to your activity. Get your notebook and ballpen and answer these. Everybody, let's check your work. Wow! Congratulations! Everybody got the correct answer. Goodbye everyone and see you for tomorrow. And don't forget to wear your face mask and keep safe.